Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Just feeds the running back. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. They did just that.
Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Ohio State! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football on an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Marshall takes over the ball. The thundering herd offense coming out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. It's a draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's not afraid to go deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. 1st down here for the offense. Now they'll try the right side. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll leave it with him. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the ground, it's Turner. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Getting some heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Marshall will be forced to punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Discretion, the better part of valor, not going to give him a chance to return as they kick it toward the sideline. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Open runway ahead. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Sayin. It's complete on the right side. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Iowa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th, and they can't move the chains. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Man, and that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding. They've had a long drive and really shift that momentum back to you.
Goes upstairs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Fitzpatrick. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They move the tight end all over. These corners going to give these receivers some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Marshall will be forced to punt. Here's the return. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle, it's Scott.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage.
Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Trying play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Tate. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. looking to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Buys a little extra time. Now he's looking into the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make
a shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Swings it out to his running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He'll pull it down and run. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Dances away to buy time. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They're looking for an advantage to the right.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Braxton. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And it's been a long one. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going up top. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. It'll be a draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Handoff to the lone back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Marshall will be forced to punt. And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots.
Send it downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Cal. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell. Getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. New set of downs after that completion. Caught in the backfield, it's Chapman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. The aerial assault continues. Catch in the middle, it's Conley. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
He's loose. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Quarterback extends the play. It's complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 in there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Pennington. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to him.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Marshall will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start the season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle, it's Montgomery. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36.
For the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Pennington. And they got him for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so...
Can anyone catch him? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Dropping back, it's Pennington. Finds a spot in the middle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. One more play to pad the stats. The give to the back. using the spin move. Finds a crease at the 20. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.